Khabib Nurmagomedov doubts Islam. Makhachev can defeat Belal Muhammad. Let's kick things off with one of the most intriguing potential matchups in MMA today. Islam Makhachev versus Belal Muhammad. While fans are buzzing about the possibility, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam's mentor and former lightweight king, isn't exactly thrilled about the idea. Here's what Khabib had to say. "My heart is not okay. It's going to be hard to prepare Islam to beat Belal. He mixes things up so well. Striking, wrestling. He doesn't stick to one thing for 25 minutes. To beat him, you'd probably have to stop him, and that's no easy task." For Khabib to express this level of concern is significant. Remember, this is a guy who usually exudes confidence in his team's ability to dismantle anyone in their path. But Belal is no ordinary fighter. His ability to seamlessly blend striking and grappling, combined with his incredible cardio, makes him a nightmare matchup for anyone, lightweight or welterweight. Let's look at the Tarshan tactical breakdown. Makhachev's style is built on control, whether it's pinning opponents to the mat or neutralizing their striking with relentless pressure. Belal, however, thrives in chaos. He doesn't let you settle into a rhythm, constantly switching between striking, clinching, and takedowns to keep his opponents guessing. Even when he's on the defensive, Belal's calm movement and fight IQ make him hard to pin down. Then there's the size factor. Welterweights are naturally bigger and stronger. Holding someone down for 5 rounds at lightweight is one thing, but doing it against a bigger, more powerful opponent like Belal is a whole different ballgame. Even Makhachev's vaunted grappling could face serious resistance here. Usman thinks Garry is dodging Joaquin Buckley. Moving on to the welterweight division, we've got Moicano Usman stirring the pot by calling for a potential showdown between Garry and Joaquin Buckley. Usman believes this is the fight to make, but he doesn't think Garry will be thrilled about it. Here's Usman's take. Ian doesn't really have the luxury to say no to a fight. If he wants to climb back to title contention, beating a guy like Buckley, who's on a hot streak, is the way to do it. Let's break this down. Garry came into the UFC with sky-high expectations, often compared to Conor McGregor for his brash confidence and flashy striking. Garry seemed destined for stardom, but his recent loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov exposed some weaknesses, particularly in dealing with high-pressure fighters. Enter Joaquin Buckley. If you know Buckley, you know the man is a wand highlight reel waiting to happen. From his spinning kick KO that broke the internet to his recent run of dominant performances, Buckley is a dangerous fight for anyone. He's explosive, powerful, and always looking for the finish. This matchup is high risk, high reward. For Garry, a win each over Buckley could put him back on the map as a rising star, but a bar loss? That could be devastating for his momentum. On the flip side, Buckley has nothing to lose. Beating someone with Garry's name recognition only boosts his profile. Blachowicz claims Ankalaev is not good enough for Alex Pereira. Next up, Blachowicz is throwing shade at Magomed Ankalaev's fighting style and his chances against Alex Pereira. In a recent interview, John didn't hold back, saying Ankalaev's cautious approach won't work against Pereira's aggressive striking. If Ankalaev fights like he did against Rakic, he's going to lose, John said. He's too careful, and Pereira will make him pay for that. Ankalaev needs to believe in himself and take risks, or it'll be another boring fight. John's criticism touches on a broader discussion about Ankalaev's style. While Ankalaev is technically brilliant, his calculated approach can sometimes come across as overly cautious. Against someone like Pereira, one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport, hesitation could be a fatal mistake. Pereira isn't just a knockout artist, he's a tactician. His ability to find openings and capitalize on mistakes is what makes him so lethal. If Ankalaev isn't willing to push the pace, Pereira will almost certainly dictate the fight. Renato Moicano claims BJJ is losing its edge in modern MMA. Renato Moicano is gearing up for a pivotal fight against Beneil Dariush at UFC 311, but he's already making waves with his comments about the state of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in modern MMA. Speaking on the Believe You Me podcast, Moicano didn't hold back. Jiu-Jitsu doesn't work like it used to, Moicano said. If you're on top, it's still effective, but pulling guard or playing from the bottom doesn't cut it anymore. Guys like Beneil rely too much on their ground game, and I'm ready to make him pay for that. This is a bold statement from a fighter with deep BJJ roots. Moicano explained that while grappling remains essential, the sport has evolved. Fighters now prioritize ground and pound, control, and striking over traditional submissions. It reflects how MMA has become a hybrid sport, blending techniques to create more well-rounded fighters. As for his upcoming fight with Dariush, Moicano sounds confident, but also realistic about the challenge ahead. Belal is a seasoned grappler with a dangerous skill set, and this fight could very well be a grappling clinic. Matt Brown says Colby Covington's trash talk outshines his fighting. Matt Brown didn't hold back when discussing Colby Covington's recent loss to Joaquin Buckley. Speaking on The Fighter versus the Writer, Brown questioned whether Colby still has the hunger to compete at an elite level. "It's hard to argue he's been elite lately," Brown said. "He didn't even fight the doctor's stoppage. He just didn't look hungry. If you don't have that fire anymore, it's time to hang it up." Colby's loss has sparked a lot of debate. Was it just a bad night, or is this the beginning of the end for him? His relentless cardio, volume striking, and wrestling used to be his trademarks, but if the passion isn't there, those attributes can only carry him so far. Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul. Coming soon, rumors of Conor McGregor facing Ilia Topuria were quickly squashed by both fighters, but McGregor's next potential move has fans buzzing. Instead of a return to the octagon, McGregor dropped a bombshell. He's in preliminary talks to box Logan Paul in an exhibition match in India. McGregor posted on social media, "I'm in preliminary agreements with the Albani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. After that, I'll return to the octagon." For a fighter who has built his career on big moments, McGregor's decision to explore a bout with Logan Paul isn't surprising. The Paul brothers have redefined what it means to be entertainers in combat sports, leveraging their massive followings to generate staggering paydays. Logan's ventures into boxing have included fights with Floyd Mayweather and Dylan Dennis, and his WWE stints have only boosted his mainstream appeal. But what does this mean for McGregor? On one hand, it's a low-risk, high-reward move financially. A fight with Logan Paul would undoubtedly draw massive attention, bringing together McGregor's UFC fan base and Logan's YouTube and WWE following. The spectacle alone would sell out arenas and break pay-per-view records. On the other hand, fans and analysts are divided. Some see this as another cash grab that diminishes McGregor's legacy as a fighter. After all, Conor hasn't won an MMA fight since January 2020, and fans are growing restless for a meaningful return to the octagon. They want to see him competing against elite UFC fighters, not engaging in boxing exhibitions against YouTubers. Jake Paul, of course, couldn't resist chiming in, posting, "Conor is washed. Logan beats him however he wants. If Conor ever wants to fight me, the UFC better be involved." So is this a smart business decision for McGregor, or just another circus act? And what happens after Logan? Will McGregor truly return to the UFC, or is this another step toward entertainment-focused bouts? Let us know your thoughts. Jon Jones roasts Colby Covington. Jon Jones and Colby Covington's rivalry has always been personal, but after Covington's loss to Joaquin Buckley, Jones couldn't resist taking a jab at his former college roommate. Covington, who attributed his performance to a lack of preparation due to helping Donald Trump's campaign, found himself the target of Jones's relentless sarcasm. Jones posted on X, "Big shout out to Colby for skipping training to help Trump. We all appreciate the sacrifice. Clown." For those unfamiliar with their history, Jones and Covington's animosity dates back to their wrestling days at Iowa Central Community College. The two shared a dorm room, but have since become bitter enemies, frequently exchanging insults online. Jones has often labeled Covington as fake, while Colby hasn't shied away from attacking Jones's personal life and past controversies. The loss to Buckley gave Jones plenty of ammunition. Covington's claim that his 2.5-week training camp and campaign commitments hindered his performance didn't sit well with fans, or Jones. Adding fuel to the fire, Jones doubled down when fans chimed in to defend Covington. One user commented on Colby's short-notice fight, saying, "Colby fought a dangerous contender at 37 years old on short notice. You can only dream of that." Jones fired back, "Yeah, I could only dream of making such a dumb decision, being on a losing streak. You're right, I can only dream." It's clear that Jones takes immense satisfaction in Covington's struggles, with fans even joking that Jones relishes every moment of Colby's misfortunes. Whether Covington can bounce back from this defeat remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure. Jones will be there to remind everyone of it every step of the way. What do you think? Is this feud entertaining? Or is Jones going too far? Let us know in the comments. And that's a wrap for today's show. We covered everything from Khabib's concerns about Islam versus Belal to Conor McGregor's latest headline-grabbing announcement. But now it's your turn. Let's keep the conversation going. Who do you think wins if Islam fights Belal? Can Garry bounce back against Buckley? And what's your take on Conor versus Logan Paul? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more MMA news and analysis. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know in the comments which storyline has you the most hyped. Until next time, keep watching and keep cheering.